I am delighted to welcome Ariel Sobelman to join me here today. Ariel is Senior Vice President of Corporate Development at Valens and also one of the Valens representatives at the MIPI Alliance. Ariel, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
How important is A-PHY to the industry?
Industries typically start from small proprietary solutions, and at some point when they reach critical mass, the only thing the industry wants is to migrate to a standard solution that will enable all the players to have access to components and for a healthy, competitive environment to be created. So a standard is really the cornerstone of the true growth of any industry. And the automotive industry is like any other industry in that context.
Okay. Now, as part of the MIPI activity, we heard also about MAS, the MIPI Automotive SerDes Solutions Initiative. I'd love to get your views on that as well, please.
MIPI is like a very mature organization. It's been around for many years and services many markets. And when MIPI looks at a problem statement in the world, it wants to address a full ecosystem and solve that, not just solve a single component. So when you look at the automotive market, A-PHY is much more than just the connectivity itself in the car. It's a whole environment in which an automotive vehicle will work, and all the data from all the sensors all around the car will have to reach the central processing unit. And that's what MIPI MAS is all about. It's to say it's not just the PHY itself, it's the full component around it. So if you look at every sensor, every camera, every element that enables ADAS and later on autonomous driving, they all have to be able to communicate and drive the data back to the processing unit. And you want to do that safely. You want to do that with quality of service, making sure that there's a level of confidence in the system. And the way to do that is that you have an overall end-to-end solution that covers everything. So MAS, think of it in terms of like bumper-to-bumper kind of coverage. It really covers everything from the end of the car to the front of the car, shield to shield, and covers everything. And the component in there, or the main element, is really A-PHY that enables driving all the data. And that will service and enable MIPI members to service a very large ecosystem with all their solutions, not just the PHY itself.
I'm sure many of our viewers have been following with some interest the recent announcement between the IEEE and the MIPI Alliance regarding A-PHY. Could you expand upon that, please?
Yes. One of the things that the world is weary of is lack of harmony between various standards. And as ecosystems and industries grow, you see many solutions are coming into play from various organizations. And the work of IEEE and MIPI together to have A-PHY offered also to IEEE members is a land-breaking notion of trying to harmonize activities across the industry. And the underlying logic and rationale is that the automotive industry is so vast and that this is going to be such a heavy lift for the industry to reach, and it's going to be so beneficial for the world that it really deserves that two very large and prominent organizations are able to collaborate and work together to bring solutions to the market. So A-PHY, MIPI, and IEEE working together is really a very exciting opportunity for the world, and we think it will help accelerate growth of automotive standardization and automotive connectivity.
And is there a timeline you can share when that partnership is going to become effective?
So the work has actually started already. There's a lot of procedures, there's a lot of work that has to be done. But a project authorization request has already been submitted to the IEEE, and we estimate like maybe 12 to 18 months this should be done and offered to all members.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, once again, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.